Getting lost when you're out camping can ultimately create a fight for survival, so staying warm is crucial when it comes to surviving the cold, harsh night. Chances are you'll be carrying a mobile phone with you. Providing it's a case of emergency, you can use your mobile phone to create a makeshift fire. You can do this by firstly removing the back cover of your mobile phone and then taking out the battery. Touching the blade of your knife against the terminals short-circuits the battery, creating sparks and heat. Once you start cutting into the battery, this will expose the lithium to the oxygen, which will create a fairly violent reaction, which is needed to start a fire. Simply get some tinder ready and put it over the battery once you've cut it. If all works, you will have made your very own makeshift fire that can be used to save your life one day, if you are unfortunate to be stuck in a survival situation. If you are ever in the unfortunate predicament where your car is slowly sinking in deep water and you are trapped inside, don't panic. The key to escaping is speed and composure. 30 to 60 seconds is usually the time period you must get out of your vehicle before it fully submerges underwater. If you ever find yourself trapped underwater in your car, you need to open the window as fast as possible, preferably before you hit the water, if not immediately afterwards. Do not take off your seatbelt until your car has hit the water, as it will improve your chances of surviving the impact. Exit the window you have opened as soon as possible. Once you are out of your vehicle, let your body take you to the surface. This procedure should be executed within 30 seconds. Remember to stay calm at all times. Nobody wants to see a loved one become a stroke victim. By remembering the acronym FAST may be enough to save someone's life if you are ever in the unfortunate situation of witnessing somebody having a stroke. Again, like the previous tip, timing is crucial. The quicker you are, the more of the person you will save. Look out for the following tips. If you do notice somebody having a stroke, F. Look at their face. Are there any changes to their face? For example, has their face fallen to one side? Can they smile? Next, A. Observe their arms. Can the person raise both of their arms and keep them there? S. Observe their speech. Do you notice their speech is slurred? Lastly, T. Time. It's now time to call the emergency services as quickly as you can. One more crucial tip to add is to not give the person having a stroke anything to eat or drink. Try to concentrate on the situation and remind yourself that you are doing everything you can to help. If you are ever in the unfortunate situation where somebody is choking on their food, you will need to perform what is known as the Heimlich maneuver. But before applying this maneuver, it may be useful to encourage the person choking to cough if the choking is mild, but if the choking is severe, you will need to give the person 5 sharp back blows. If this does not work, you will need to perform the Heimlich maneuver. In order to carry out this maneuver, you will need to stand behind the choking victim, put your arms around their waist and lean them forward. Make a fist with your hand and place it directly above the person's belly button, but below the breastbone. Put your other hand on top of your first, then thrust both hands backwards into their stomach with a hard upward movement. Complete this thrusting action up to 5 times and check after each thrust to see if the blockage is gone. However, if the person becomes unresponsive, you will need to administer first aid, which should consist of chest compressions and rescue breaths. It is worth noting that you should call for medical help before delivering the back blows and abdominal thrusts. One of the scariest situations you could ever be faced with is a plane that is about to crash. Although the chances of a plane crash are actually very slim, as flying is one of the safest ways to travel, it is still worth preparing for such an event if it were to happen. If you unfortunately happen to be on a plane that is about to crash, the following tips may just end up saving your life. Research shows that picking an aisle seat is generally safer than picking a window seat. Also, passengers in the back of an aircraft have a 40% higher survival rate than those in the first few rows, so statistically, it's safer to fly economy than first class. Plus, it's cheaper too. When you are bracing for an emergency landing, make sure your feet are placed firmly on the floor with your arms crossed in the seat in front of you, with your head lowered. If there is no seat in front of you, hug your knees. If possible, wet a handkerchief or other piece of material, the seat back headrest for example, to cover your nose and mouth from smoke inhalation, as this is actually the main cause of death in most survivable crashes. Once you find the exit of the plane, get out and move as far away from the plane as possible. In other words, just run for your life. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please show your support by leaving a like and sharing this video, as it really does help us a lot. Don't forget to comment below too, and we will pin up the best comment. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video from us. Lastly, for daily facts and more, follow all of our social media accounts, which are on screen and in the description. Thanks, and until the next video.